what a game we have coming up here. Fiji versus Samoa, off the back of what we saw in the first game in Pool C just a few moments ago with the Cook Islands. A massive upset there, 30 points to 7, 6 tries to 1 over the highly vaunted Tonga Invitational team. The Fijian team, plenty of regular names. Likewise, the Samoans. And this is a fairly even shaping contest, the way things are looking coming into this second game in Pool C of this World Cup Nines, live on Fox League from Bankwest Stadium. Let's take a look at this matchup in Pool C. It is Samoa versus Fiji, Game 5. Next up following this game, second of the women's games between Australia and New Zealand, after we saw the English Lionesses beat Papua New Guineans earlier on tonight. Fijians in their all black, of course, the Fijian domestic team in action last weekend against the Prime Minister's 13. Big win from Mal Meninga's squad over there in Suva last week. But Kevin Nagama is back in Australia after, of course, playing his trade in the Super League this season. Here he is, along with this star-studded lineup, including Viliami Kickout, Mike Acevo. And this could be something to watch. Now this Fijian side goes about their work tonight here, Kev.
Yeah, very skillful side, very big side as well. Kickout, we know, has got the strengths of one of the strongest men in the NRL. It'll be hard to handle. He's got that offload that Brandy spoke about on those edges, getting that offload and putting the defence.
Well, he's got everything, Kev. He's got an offload, he's got a step, he's got a left-right pass. You throw in Mike Acevo in his home turf, and what this stadium means to him. As we see the Samoans come out.
Well, they'll be ready for it as well. Led out by BJ Leilua, of course, grand finalist just 2 weeks ago with the Raiders.
And his brother, younger brother, Luciano Leilua, the Dragon, on the bench here tonight. There'll be a huddle of both teams in the middle of the field before kick-off here. Quite the photo opportunity that is. Big prayer between the Fijians and also the Samoans. And then there'll be no holds barred once the whistle blows. Mike Acevo made this stadium his own in 2019 for the Parramatta Eels. One of the real stories of the just finished NRL season. Scored so many great tries here, leading try scorer on the Ken Irvine medal for the most try scorers in 2019. And he's all smiles. We'll see if he's smiling here at full time after 18 minutes of frantic and frenetic action, Corey.
I'm sure he'll be ready to rock and roll. As the teams.
We saw how important it was in that last game between the Cook Islands and the Tongan Invitational, and just how important it is of having that possession. We see a little mix-up. The Fijians are on the wrong side. Just a quick change in that area. The Viliami kick out. No, thank you.
Happy Coruscant, he's ready for action as well. So many big names in this Fijian side. We are underway. Kickoff from Jerome Luai. It'll bounce down to the far corner where I'll bring it back here. Penny Tuatumua, who played in that Fijian side, the domestic team last week. I thought it was Brian Tomo for a moment, but he's out here waiting for his chance as they come to the middle. And then Gama works to this right-hand side. They'll keep it alive. With the hands there of Wong or Blake. And they'll play it just outside their own 20. Tonga Tuamua at dummy half. They go to that left edge. Good hands again. Step there from Braden Viliami, who will work it up towards the halfway line. Come back through Tonga Tuamua. Stepping to the right-hand side. Keep it alive as it goes back to Wonga Blake. Almost away. Good tackle by Danny Levi. Almost back at the halfway line. One more here. Spread to the left-hand side. Kick out. That's a port there. Goes in behind. Surely an obstruction play. Braden Viliami ran the line for him, but Big Bill kick out just sauntered around the back, and that was an obvious obstruction.
Yeah, just a bit of inexperience there from Viliami. Maybe he doesn't understand kick out and how he gets across the field the way he does. Just trying to get those defenders in. BJ Leilua was all over it. He wasn't having any part in the tackle.
Samoa at their first chance here on the attack. Joey Leilua plays it, comes through the hands of Luai, away to Foa. Good tackle there by Viliami Kickout. Just outside the Fiji 20, Levi out of dummy half. So much speed from that position, and he was just about away as well. Now Lua heads back towards the middle, finds some space and dives in. Next year's Panthers 5/8 on a full-time basis opens the scoring for Samoa.
What we just saw there, Jerome Luai. We've seen in 2019 what he can do, and this is a prime example. Just gets on the outside, burrows in hard there, and off the back of a mistake from the Fijians, the Samoans come up the other end and they make them pay.
Well, we saw this.
It's a possession game, Kev.
It certainly is. And you want your little men with the ball in their hands, and they've missed the shot clock for the dropout, the conversion.
Only 25 seconds for conversions, likewise dropouts. Let's go downstairs to Lara Pitt, who has Mal Meninga standing by with her.
Mal Meninga making the walk with the team into the stadium.
Yeah, love it. Don't catch me breath. It's a fast pace. It's a fast pace.
Hopefully you don't have to run out there tonight. We've already seen a massive upset. We saw Cook Islands just beat Tonga. What's that telling you about the comp?
Oh, what a great result. Yeah, it's unpredictable, isn't it? So a bit nervous after that, to be honest with you. We've had a good prep, and the boys are really keen to get show their wares. So we'll see what happens against the Kiwis.
All right, team full of superstars you've got. Who's in a mood tonight to carve it up?
Oh, just what we've been back at the hotel watching all the games, so I think they're all real keen. They couldn't get here quick enough, you know. So I got 100 metres behind them. I'm trying to. well, not quite, not quite. But I think they're keen to put on a show.
Good luck. Thanks, Mal.
Thanks, Lara.
Catching his breath, the big fella. Mal Meninga speaking with Lara Pitt, of course. The Australians in action against New Zealand later tonight, live right here from the World Nines on Fox League. Samoa lead this 4 points to 0.
He's out of bed. He was struggling, Big Mal, wasn't he?
I think he's walked from Canberra, has he, Mal?
Looking for the Oxy Viber for the Australian coach. Bunty Afoa comes back to the left-hand side here. Chopped down there by Kickout. Last tackle, Levi from dummy half. They've scored again. Moses Leota dives in. It's a Panther Fest for Samoa. And they lead this 8-0 rather than 9-0, Corey. You're right.
Straight in the bonus, and it was a work from Danny Levi out of acting half. One-on-one there, little marker. Gets the A defender to buy it in.
Well, it's a good play in the 13-a-side game, and also in the 9-a-side equal. Just picking out the middle defenders, making them work, and then charging onto the ball. It's virtually impossible to stop that try, Corey.
Boys, the Panther Fest continues. Jerome Luai has come from the field, and another Panthers 5'8", Dean Bloor, onto the field in 6. Also, Luciano Leilua seeing action for the first time.
They haven't played together before, the Leilua brothers, at any level. They haven't played against each other, as it turns out, either. One of them's always been injured. And they've come up against each other in the NRL, between the Raiders and the Dragons. Kick out of this right-hand side. Kevin Nagama putting the foot down. Ball away. Terrific pass. Pouring down the field. Wonga Blake will take some catching, and they ran him down. Marion Seve from the Melbourne Storm. What a tackle that was. Numbers to the left-hand side. Nagama's everywhere. Steps, stops, starts, and won't get there.
They've bombed it. Nagama out on the left edge. He's absolutely bombed it. Sivo's filthy.
Now a ball from Coruscant. They keep it going through the hands of Tane Milne. They're in this time from sideline to sideline. Micah Tadruvu. He scores. And they're on the board at last.
Well, they bombed it on the left edge. Here's the pass from Nagama. Look at that beautiful skills. Blake hit the accelerator, but the Samoans came in numbers. Managed to stop him. Sevi, the main tackler there, and they shifted back right. Great skills here, good long passing, and eventually the numbers wore on the Samoans, and over they go, the Fijians. They needed that. They need to fight back quickly. Some nice long passing, good hands as well.
Wonga Blake leaving the field. He copped the big hit after passing that ball.
It was a massive effort from Marion Seve to track him down and stop him from scoring. When he got the ball, you backed him in. Wonga Blake, the speed that he has, the big man.
Again, that kickoff just going at 1 or 2 metres too long.
Well, Samoa with the ball. Luciano Leilua will play it here. Jerome Luai had a break, is back out there now. Play it there through Seve, who comes to Jerome Luai. Leilua now working it out here on the left-hand side. Mataafa is stopped and lost the ball, and it'll be a changeover. A chance coming up an attack there for Samoa. They've turned it over. Now there's a whistle again, and it will be, or perhaps an HIA situation here coming up.
Just have a look.
Oh, yeah. Back of his hand just slamming into the turf there. Lalatoa Mataafa. They realised, the Fijian players, that he wasn't all that well, and he will come from the field for an HIA.
Yeah, player welfare at the utmost importance in this tournament. That's a good decision.
And off and running again.
Get up! Becky, come on. Go one.
Left edge they go. Fiji, disadvantage early in the game. Kick out, popping the ball out the back.
Got it for me.
Yeah, he did a fantastic job, kick out to get on the outside, but Mike Acevo had actually dropped on his inside. He was in his position, it was a chance. That's 2 chances down that left edge that they've bombed.
Well, Kikau is creating, isn't he? Just not enough skills from the guys around him, or understanding of what he can do with the ball.
Now chance, Marion Seve ducking into the tackles there. They'll play it here just outside the 20. And from the right-hand side for Luai. Stop and start and go out to link up with Brian To'o. And that right wing position at the Panthers his own in 2019, and that's why. Strength and power and speed to go with it.
Well, he's never stopped with the ball, is he? He just keeps motoring over defenders. There was nothing doing at all there for the Samoans. And then To'o gets the ball in his hands and makes something happen. Great catch initially. He's virtually stopped here, and then away he goes again, powering toward the try line.
The space that Jerome Luai has there, just to be able to get on the outside. We see bang, left foot, gets on the outside. And To'o, what a finish he has been. What an effort.
He was one of the bright sparks for the Panthers, who had a wretched season in 2019. Got that chance midway through the season. From that point on, he was the regular right winger. At the break, it is Samoa doing it nicely. They lead 17 points to 4. Mike Acevo with some work to do with his Fijians in the second half.
Yeah, plenty of work to be done by the Fijians. They just haven't controlled possession well enough. A couple of handling errors and a couple of penalties.
Well, there's plenty of opportunity that's been created. They just need to capitalise on the back of it. As you mentioned, kick out on that left-hand edge. Twice they've missed the jump.
Just a little bit more understanding, a little bit more cohesion with their players. They've got some big names in their side.
Well, Brandon Costin talks to the Fijians. The Samoans go about their work with Matt Parrish. Let's hear from Andy Raymond along with Benji Marshall.
Yeah, one of the greats, an awesome touch footy player, awesome NRL player. You'd love to be out there.
I would if I was about 10 years younger. Andy, judging by the looks of it, I'm glad I'm not playing. They looks pretty quick out there.
Very emotional night for you and the family. Your half-brother Jeremy Marshall King pulling on a wonderful jersey.
Yeah, obviously making his debut for the Kiwis tonight, so it's a very proud moment for our family, and had a bit of tragic news during the week with his dad passing away, so he's made a brave decision to play tonight, and all our family here to support that, so yeah, we're really looking forward to see how it goes.
It's a carnival festival. Put it into perspective. How much does tonight, considering this last week, mean to the Marshall family? And the King family.
Yeah, well, look, both our families, it's big. I mean, for me, I'm proud of this achievement than I am for my own. You know, he's my youngest brother and little brother, so I'm looking forward to see how he goes. But look, like I said to him, it's the biggest thing you can do is play for your country, and no matter what happens, we're proud of him anyway.
Thanks for joining us, bud. Enjoy your night.
Thanks, Andy.
Benji Marshall, looking forward to watching his younger brother Jeremy Marshall King in action tonight playing for the Kiwis. He's quite a story, Jeremy, as well. A couple of seasons ago, he was all but out of top-flight rugby league, got a chance with the Bulldogs, and certainly made that his own over the past couple of seasons now. He was going to be working on demolition sites to try and make ends meet. But got a chance under Dean Pay, and has certainly made the most of it, to the point that he's now in the World Cup Nines right here at Bankwest Stadium in a little while, playing against Australia no less.
Well, the Fijians need to get some possession here off this kickoff and get themselves back into this game. Short kickoff, the rage.
If then Gama goes long, no.
They go long.
Air of a short one, Kevy. I don't know what that was about. We've seen so many results already tonight off short kickoffs.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you wouldn't go short every time.
No, I just think it's the given thing, Corey. Would you agree?
Yeah, you're spot on. It gives you an opportunity. At least you're going to have a crack at it.
Now Joey Leilua heading across the field. A chance out wide. Samoa ran it up pretty quickly there. David Norfoluma bouncing back though towards the middle of the field. Quick hands. Leota gave it on to Bunty Afoa, but Mike Acevo up there just wrestled him to the ground.
Looking to steal possession there too, Sevo.
Dean Bloor kicking it towards the corner. Another of the Panthers, 4 of them. The Samoan side here in the World Cup Nines, and Fiji to work it away from their own 10.
Interesting tactic there from Bloor. It was only tackled 3.
See if they can get up in the face of the Fijians and put them under pressure and force a mistake here. Isaac Lumi will play it there. They go to the right edge, and Trollo will play it just inside the 30. Walla Blake comes back towards the middle, then a kick over the top. That'll turn it over, and Brian To'o will come up with it. Don't know if that was the idea to Dravu put the chip in over the top, and immediately To'o pounced, and here they are again with a kick from Dean Bloor, which put Fiji under pressure. Eventually works out here for Samoa. You can extend this lead right here. 76% of the game so far played in Fiji territory. Leilua comes out to this right-hand side. To'o! He will score. In for number 2. And that's a big, big lead now for Samoa.
Yeah, it was a poor option, wasn't it? Coming out of their own end on their 20-metre line. Just a little chip and chase. It didn't come off. And Levi again, he's been instrumental. Goes down that short side, gets him on the outside. And BJ Leilua just lays on a nice little ball. And the Samoans.
Well, they're pushing forward, aren't they? No surprises. To'o's picked up a double. He's a try scorer. Did that one easily. Kevin Nglama left the field through that movement. That's where the space became available for the Samoan side. It's not a great conversion rate either.
The conversion missed. It stays at 21 points to 4. The second game here in Pool C, and there is Revan Kev on the sideline, clutching some ribs perhaps on that right side. 2 balls on the field here at the moment. We're going to be play on. Get a ball boy out there and collect that second one, laying just inside the 10 of the Fiji end of the field. Second referee obliges, and here comes Fiji. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Might be on the realms of possibility they get themselves out of this, but boy, they'll have to be good from this point on. This man can help them. Kick out, standing. The ball goes over the head, on the ground, knocked on there by Nandra Tolo, and here comes Samoa once again. Mistakes from Fiji. Their own end just killing them here. They keep it alive on this right-hand side. Michael Cheekham. Now they'll take it to ground. It was Michael Cheekham in the 11 jumper. Numbers to this right edge. To'o looking for a hat-trick. The first of the tournament, grabbed by the bootlaces. Dravu grabbed him, but only just. Back to the middle. Cheekham re-signed with the Tigers during the season for another 2 years. Great ball by Danny Levi. Tane Milne will dive in. It's a bonus try as well. In fact, it was Moses Leota who scores. Leota dives in, and it's an unassailable lead, and you'd imagine now for Samoa.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. Again, just controlling the ball nicely and playing nice and straight and direct and peeling the layers back of the Fijian defence. There's only 9 players on the field, which when you play direct, you drag defenders in around the ball.
And just some nice controlled offloads, isn't it? Cheekham just drew in a couple of defenders, found his mark with the offload kick-outs, found the ground a couple of times, and Levi, who's been superb. Leota crosses for his double.
Well, they've been impressive, the Samoan team. Very impressive.
Big score lines in both games in Pool C. With the Cook Islands winning 30 points to 7. The Tonga Invitational team. It was a surprise. A couple of Tongan players perhaps carrying a little bit of condition off the back of the NRL season. Might have helped their cause. Cook Islands look terrific. Samoa, who've had a bit of a dry spell up until their win mid-season against Papua New Guinea in the mid-season test. They had a run of outs for a number of years without winning a test match in the 13-a-side game, but they've started here in the 9s well. Norris out of dummy half. Nothing doing for him there, though. And they've got one more play. They've barely had an attacking opportunity in this second half. Kickout's been playing like the biggest halfback in the world. Good hands on this occasion. It goes out wide. They will grab one. Lower dives in eventually in the bonus zone and makes it a 5-pointer.
Well, that was very smart play, wasn't it? By the Fijians. Good use of their skills. Kickout finally gets the offload away.
Well, this time Wonga Blake just hangs out, just allows him to get on his outside and come up with what was an overlap. Kickout's their most dangerous. He's just so hard to contain, but they just haven't been able to run off him well enough.
Just so big, isn't he, on that edge, and just creates opportunities all around, inside and out.
The old Panther combination out there helps as well, Kev.
Yeah.
There's nice hands. This time they do go short, but it's out on the full. Never a chance there. David Norfoluma running a decoy almost to put the Fijians off.
That's one of the best decoys.
In case they were trying to leap for the ball there.
It was into row 1.
Oh, dear. I think he's having a bit of fun, and that's what the 9s is about, having some fun. Of course.
Watch him again. The ball was 10 metres behind him.
Yeah, this has been most impressive from the Samoans. Of course, probably their greatest ever player, Anthony Milford.
Not available, Kev.
Not available. So a huge effort here from the Samoans.
Big back-to-back Australia versus New Zealand double header following this game. Women's game, the second of the women's matches tonight. Australia versus New Zealand, followed by the men. The Aussies and the Kiwis meeting for the first time. That Pool A game, remembering 2 teams from Pool A advance. Great ball again here. Norfoluma, no clowning around this time. He's all business to plant it down. And Samoa will open their account here at the 9s with a big win over Fiji.
Yeah, we'll just have a look at the ball. Just he's worked down this short side. Swings down that left-hand side late. Creates the overlap. Comes up with a perfect pass to Norfoluma.
Beautiful skills, wasn't it? Norfoluma been in great touch for the Tigers this year. One of the better wingers in our game.
6 tries to 2 at this point, just on 60 seconds remaining. A shoulder injury at the start of the season, David Norfoluma, and missed the jump under the coaching of Michael Maguire, but found himself back in the top lineup for most of the season from about the halfway point on. Short one here from Samoa, a little bit deep.
Here he goes.
See, though, we haven't seen him in action yet. Here he is. Who can catch him? Here's a chase. Diving out. Sivo will reach out and score. The speed and the power there. And Mike Sivo, who made this place his own backyard during the NRL season. Marion Seve tracked him down after almost got to Wonga Blake in the first half, and here he was again. Look at those legs pumping, and Seve can really reel them in, can't he?
Well, thumping down the sideline, those thighs. Thank God he's tackling from behind and not in front, Corey. What a sight that is on this left touch.
What an athlete. How do you stop that? What a season he had in 2019 in the NRL.
He's on the board here at the 9s, but it's in vain because as the siren sounds, it's going to be a big margin here for Samoa. They have beaten Fiji here 32 points to 17. Up next, it's Australia versus New Zealand. Back to the women in action here at Bankwest Stadium.